Kia ora, my name is Tommy Kapai Wilson, aka Koro Kapai, and I am the Chief Imagination Officer of Tuinga Whanau Support Services. Tuinga started nearly 40 years ago by the Māori Women's Welfare League and a name given to us by Koro Hawata Palmer way back in the gestation when Tuinga first started. So, what do we do? Tuinga joins the community together. That's what the name means. So how have we, how are we, and how will we be joining the community together? We're about to show you. Firstly, the homeless and the hungry. That was our first biggest challenge. When we started with one house, and from there, over the last 10 years, we've built it up into 20 houses, 4 motels, and the RSA. So right now, as of today, we have 200 families that are under our flock, or under our korowai of kindness, and we aren't stopping there. There are still another 200 sleeping in cars or out under the stars, when they are shining, that is. Whare kōwhai. Whare kōwhai is the engine room, where our social service team provides social surgery on a daily basis to traumatised people who are based at our Tauranga Moana HQ right here. What a beautiful team of Awhi angels they are. The RSA. When COVID came along, so did Fred, president of the RSA, and with us and them, we formed the first COVID village for the homeless, and it's grown and grown, strength to strength, 24 rooms turning over 24 families that we then fix up and send up to a better accommodation until they too get long-term accommodation. 3 years and 3 lockdowns later, hundreds of families have been transformed at our RSA, lest we forget. The homeless and the working poor, who are mostly elderly. The elderly have been our newest challenge. Where do these people go? These taonga, those that have lived their life to the fullest, contributed to the community and now can't afford rent. So we have the whare patariki, where we look after our treasured older people. They need to be reconnected as well. So those are the 2 new areas that we have found post-COVID, which is the working poor and the elderly. The happy puku and the puku patch. The recipe is simple. When you can learn how to grow a kai, cook a kai, and hunt a kai, well, you know how it is. Everything will be kapai. And these are the vital tools in the kit or the kete at Tuinga, where they get that hope, where they get that kindness, and they get some kai to cook. The puku patch, grow kai on a scale, feeding up to 500 people a day, and teaching our young disconnected youth how to cook their own kai. We call these the puku bowls, or the bowl of plenties. A bowl of kai served with kindness for those that need good, healthy, nutritious kai. The disconnected youth. We now have 2 whare tuhua and whare rāranga, to create a safe haven for our youth. We don't want to see go into the incarcerated system. What we see as as much as a normal possible family home. That's where they want to be, that's where we want them to go to, surrounded by house parents and caregivers who have come from many of the backgrounds these young youth have come from. Recently released prisoners, prison reintegration and gang harm reduction. Mentors from beyond the wire while they're still within the wire is a solution. Working with the Te Ao Marama unit in Waikeria prison, based on the ethos of Hini Wirangi Kohu, the fire behind the wire, God bless her soul. Finding good men who want to do good things with their families. Carl Goldsberry and his Hātea team leading from the front line with police and corrections to create a safer community by bringing families and whānau together. Whare Waiora and the happy hikoi. That's where we're going. Educating and edutaining local learning, where our history is embedded in our at-risk youth who cannot relate to a cold classroom. Taking the classrooms to the history is key. Capturing their attention and imagination by painting pictures of our history in a way not seen anywhere else in Aotearoa. Waiora, unlocking the key to our learning wairua. When we listen to the voice of our youth, we get to understand their view of their world. And that is why we have our Wai girls teaching everything from TikTok poi making, kapahaka, waiata composition, ala matatini, the ultimate goal of the front line. I Am Hope gives hope to those flying solo. Waiora will have trained counsellors in the first I Am Hope satellite outside Tamaki Makaurau, available immediately, not on a 3-month waiting list. This is another feather in our korowai of caring at Te Tuinga. I guess all our 90 plus staff are feathers in that korowai of kindness and caring, and part of that korowai was opening up the arts and the crafts, rāranga weaving, music, piano playing, theatre, whakaaro, carving, yoga, all of it. Edutaining, local, backyard learning. These are the tools that will help our disconnected youth, and not only the kids but adults as well, reconnect with their culture and show them the pathway back to their tauranga waiwai, their place to stand. So there it is, whānau, Te Tuinga and Tikanga, alongside Waiora, the kura of Waiora, holding each other hand in hand, not only taking the ambulance away from the top of the cliff, but putting new drivers and driving these kids home, these tamariki, these old people, these ones that need, back home, not back into the system, but back home to their whānau, their friends and their family, where they belong. So haere mai, come with us, join Te Tuinga and be part of the solution. Nau mai, haere mai. Ti hei Māori ora. Kia ora.